Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day. And today we're going to be talking about Coby White potentially being traded to the Orlando Magic. The last couple of days, there have been some rumors about Coby White potentially getting traded. First thing we heard was Coby White and the Bulls. There was a potential trade there and that the Bulls were taking trade calls. And then last night, there was a report, the first team to be mentioned with Coby White. And that team to be mentioned with Coby White is the Orlando Magic. I will say the Orlando Magic need to go out there and go get a point guard or a shooting guard today, or mainly a point guard. I know a couple weeks ago we've heard a lot about Colin Sexton and the Jazz. I think the Jazz very well might be willing to get rid of him, but what's the cost for that? But I think Coby White might be even a better option because I think they have a lot of Coby White and Colin Sexton. I think are both really good players, but I would if you made me pick between the two of them. I feel like I'd go with Coby White, but because they're both too similar, contracts are similar. Both guys only have 1 year remaining on their deal. Coby White is a way better 3-point shooter. If you made me pick, I would go with Coby White. But I think Coby White's going to be more expensive in a trade than it's going to cost to get for Colin Sexton. But if I'm the Orlando Magic today, and you got the trade deadline today, and you've got a couple more hours. It's almost 11 o'clock. You got till 2, 3 o'clock. You got to trade for a guard, whether it's Coby White or it's Colin Sexton or someone else. You got to go out there and get a guard. Jalen Suggs is great, but he's not really a point guard. He's more of a shooting guard, and you need to play him at his natural position. So we'll see if a trade happens. I don't know. But what I would say in this potential trade, I just want to talk about what this trade could look like. Chicago Bulls cannot make another trade and not give up not get a first round pick. They traded Levine, didn't get any draft picks. They just got 3 players. That was it. They traded. They traded for DeMar DeRozan. They traded for they might have gotten the second round. I think they. Oh, you know what? They did get a draft pick in that trade, but it was only a second round pick, I think. But they traded DeRozan in a sign-in trade, didn't get any draft picks. Then traded Caruso for Josh Giddey, trading with the team that has the most draft picks in the league and got no draft picks. I know that trade has worked out because Giddey's been amazing this season, and Caruso has been good, but not nearly as good as Giddey has been. So that trade worked out for them. But you had a chance to potentially take some draft picks from the Thunder, who I think the Thunder, even though Giddey had a lot of value, I'm sure the Thunder would have thrown in a couple second-round picks with Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso if they had to. But the Bulls have failed with that. The Bulls have failed with getting good draft picks. I know their fans are tired of it. I'm kind of, as an NBA fan who is, I don't have a dog in the fight with the Bulls. I'm a Rockets fan. But I'm kind of getting tired of seeing this Bulls management, how bad they are of not getting draft picks at all. It's kind of bad. Now, y'all complain about Nico Harrison. Go look at the Bulls front office. They have traded all of their all-stars and they've traded their 2 all-stars and their all-NBA defensive player and got no draft picks at all. So that's very disappointing for the Chicago Bulls. But now, if you're going to trade Coby White, the guy who was in the conversation for most improved player last season and really didn't win the award only because of how good Tyrese Maxey was last season. He finished, I believe it was, second place last season in that category, and last year had 19 points per game, 5 assists per game, 1 steal per game, 5 rebounds per game. From 3, he shot 38%. This season, he shot 38% as well. His average 19 points per game, 5 assists per game, 3 rebounds per game, 1 steal per game. From the floor, he has shot 43%. He's basically putting up the same numbers this season as he did last season, but his minutes have gone down. His minutes this year, minute average, have gone down by 4 minutes, and he's averaging the same amount of points per game, almost the same amount of assists per game. Rebound only went down 1. His steals went up. His blocks are the same. His 3-point percentage is the same, and field goal percentage only went down 1. So Yeah, he's having just as good a season, if not. I would say his season this year you could consider is better than his season last year, just because the fact that sure, some numbers are not as good as last year, but he's been playing a lot less this year than he did last season. Minutes per game has gone down by 4. So, but what does a trade look like to get Coby White in Orlando? I think this is the time that Chicago has to ask for a lot. If I'm in the position and I'm Chicago and I'm talking to the Magic, I know they're desperate to get a guard. Here's what I'm asking for. Cole Anthony, for starters, Cole Anthony, and then he's played 47 games this year, averaged 9 points per game, 3 assists per game, 3 rebounds per game. Then we ask for, or they ask for, Jett Howard, who is a second-year player who's a really solid player, son of Juwan Howard, NBA champion, has played 43 games this year, 11 minutes per game, 38% from the floor, 32% from 3, 5 points per game. He was a lottery draft pick a couple seasons ago. It was 11th overall pick for the Magic. So Jett Howard and Cole Anthony for Coby White, but there's more. If I'm the Magic, if I'm the Bulls, I'm asking for both of Orlando's first round picks in the 2025 NBA draft. And I don't know how willing Orlando would be to give up both of those picks. I know 2 first round picks sound steady for Coby White, but Coby White is an amazing player and would definitely cause a huge impact on this Magic team. But let's also go over the fact that these first round picks that Chicago would get are not going to be very amazing draft picks. If the season ended today, Orlando would be drafting 15th overall. That is a very solid draft pick. But could you imagine if the Magic trade for Coby White? They're going to be a better team. They're going to be able to win games easier with Coby White teaming up with Franz Wagner and Paolo Banchero. And then once Jalen Suggs comes back, they're going to win more games. So that draft pick's going to get worse. Now, the other draft pick they have this year is Denver's first-round pick. The season ends today. That is pick number 24. And if you look at it, that could get worse as well because Denver's playing good basketball as well. So it really is Jett Howard, Cole Anthony for pick 15 and pick 24. And if I had to imagine, both those draft picks will get worse. I wouldn't be surprised if the Nuggets, if that went to 25 or 26, and then I wouldn't be surprised if the Magic pick goes all the way to the high teens. You could be looking at the 18th or 19th pick, and the 25th and 26th instead of 15 and 24. So yes, they are first round picks, but they are first round picks are not going to be very valuable. You already have such a young team. What's the point of drafting in the first round this year when you can add a guy? I would do it. Those first round picks are not going to be valuable at all. Trade them, already to get Coby White, who's going to help you immediately and can help you in the postseason, and then not only help you in the postseason, but help you next season as well. If those first round picks were good picks, no way. But they're not. They're not going to be good picks. Denver is a top 4 seed in the Western Conference. That's already bottom. They already have a bottom 6 pick in the first round. And then Orlando is top 7 in the Eastern Conference and would only improve by adding Coby White, which means that pick would continue to get worse for them if their record continues to get better. Let me know your thoughts on the trade in the comment section, potential trade in the comment section, and peace out.